The Assassin's Creed franchise has been a bit of a roller coaster, to say the least. Some of the games had legendary stories with amazing characters, while some are about as fulfilling as finding skid marks in your underpants. With the next installment on its way to release later this year, probably, we get a sneak peek as to what the combat mechanics are going to resemble, which by the looks of it, we will chip away at enemy health bars as well as their clothing. Wielding our sword of submission, I suppose. I'm not going to be talking about the story because, well, we don't know too much about it, but the premise has been a bit shocking to a few people. I guess Ubisoft got bored and decided to poke the sleeping bear that is their audience for shits and giggles, and also increase notoriety of their new game, which from a marketing standpoint, it kind of worked, I guess. I decided to look back on one of the games in the franchise that was a bit surprising. Like a wet fart in the middle of the one exam you weren't prepared for. Right, I've got to catch the man that stole my watch. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Assassin's Creed Unity has definitely had its fair share of shitting the bed. The story was about as engaging as watching England play football at any major tournament. Arno's character is certainly a lot less bland than most of the protagonists in the franchise, but when it boils down to it, he just does what he's told, and his motives only resurface when the Brotherhood mentions them.
The horses need brushing, boy. Get to it.
What an absolute prick. Why have I got to build a... I don't know anything about horses. Bloody hell, it feels like I'm being told off by my parents.
Yes. Then drink.
It's more accurate than I thought. Yeah, this isn't making any more sense. What the fuck? What is going on? I think I'm on a come down now. So yeah, that's good. Wait, have you guys just been waiting here the entire time? When you assassinate your target, there's no clarity on the connection between you and the target. No moment where you have your little, so what was the point of this combo? Like death sitting by the bedside of your grandma reading the Daily Mail. My target is just squirming. He's having a moment. Okay, that spin was not necessary. Instead, we got shown a bunch of images, which is just a letdown at the end of the day. The online mechanic failed to impress, as if soloing a stealth mission alone wasn't hard enough. Granted, the online feature is great when playing with friends, but it's a bit boxed in for that to be the only way to enjoy it. Playing with randoms is just, don't fucking bother. I did one mission with randoms, but one of these cabbage head fucks just completed the objective before I could get anywhere near it. It's not so much of a team effort, is it, you tosspots? I will say it did invent some elements that felt sort of right. The parkour felt realistic, the assassination animations were bloody smooth, the stealth and cover mechanics were a neat idea for when the game took place indoors, apart from the camera being more indecisive than a project manager with no leadership skills. Oh no, this list of positives have turned into more gripes. Would you look at that? Yeah, thank you very much.
Like you probably can't even read a watch. Come over here.
Hey, what the fuck? Where did he come from?
A wise man knows when to admit defeat.
There was one thing the game got a lot of flack for in particular, which was the new combat system. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? Haha. Ow. Okay, I'm starting to regret this decision here. Ow. Assassin's Creed's combat was, up until this point in time, one of two things. It either became boring as you wait for hundreds of guards to attack you one at a time whilst making the streets more packed up with men in armour than the casual London riot on a Sunday, and then you had Free and Black Flag, which had more of a timed counter approach with more cinematics along with special enemies that required different attacks to defeat them. But then came along Unity, with its strict parry timing and articulate animation that took its damn well time finishing off. This made the combat more difficult, as enemies were no longer waiting to figure out whose go it is to bend you over and given a French Revolution scene to. Right, for the love of God, target the target. Go for the target, don't go... For fuck. Okay, I'm in trouble now. These guys have poles, they have sticks. I am not going to do well here. Oh, maybe I'll be alright. Ow. So the consensus all around was that the combat is clunky, terrible, just an absolute piss stain. But I'm standing here thinking, you know what, it's not that bad. Whoa, that nice moves, man. I wonder what I got. Yep. Compared with the games that followed, I'd say that it's alright. Better than this fucking snooze fest from Assassin's Creed. So why do I like Unity's combat? Well, simply put, it feels a little bit more realistic. Navigating the chaos that is France during its teenage years. Hey, run away, running away. They just shot that woman. What the f- On guard, motherfucker. Yeah! Taking on one guard feels relatively straightforward. Taking on two is challenging. If you take on three, you feel like the bloody son of Zorro. But any more than that, well... Run. You gotta be fucking kidding me. The worst thing that could happen to you in this game is getting trapped in an enclosed area with 10 guards breathing down your neck and all of them seem to have pistols. Fucking hate pistols. It's almost like they were invented to make your life miserable. Running away, getting shot, running away. Aha, take that. Alright. You want a duel, my friend? You want a duel? Bring it up. This gun has no ammo. Ow! But that's why I like it. I think it's a brilliant take on the franchise's combat system. Instead of boring you to death or feeling overpowered, the game makes you think like an assassin. Not the kind of assassin who goes through the front door slicing up everyone you see, like a mentally disturbed salesman having a schizo moment, then walk up to your target and stabbing him in the gizzards. You simply can't do that in this game. Not confidently anyway as you line up for your 5th attempt. This ain't bloody Dark Souls, mate. So, you either learn to be the best swordsman in France, and let's be honest, you have a 10 plus damage in this game anyway, because the French are only good at killing each other, or you run away. Which is also something the French are good at. Running away is by far the easier option. However, something that is more unfair than being stuck behind a learner driver is that when you decide to leg it, if an enemy starts his attack, he will lock onto you and hit you regardless of how far you are. You could have run to the other side of Paris and it wouldn't have made a difference.
A council of capable men?
That is the question, isn't it?
Well, that sounds like a very interesting conversation. Oh, never mind. Right, this man has a poker, and I have a sword. I feel like this is a bit unfair. Yeah, you're probably regretting this, aren't you? So, what is the best option? What is the best approach? Well, just don't get into open combat. I know that's the same as walking over to someone playing a shooter on hardcore mode, and your advice is don't get shot. If in doubt, smoke them out. Chuck a smoke bomb at the enemies for quick stealth kills or to give yourself a chance to run away, like you've stolen a pack of digestives from the corner shop. It can be a challenge, but from a franchise that's based around being a silent assassin, I'd say it's rather fitting. Time to go back to the run, sneak, stab in the jugular. So in conclusion, I would say Assassin's Creed Unity may have been kicked in the balls one too many times for my taste. The game had its flaws, sure, but I mean it's Ubisoft, what do you expect? But the game had some good things about it other than the fact it was on Steam for a $5. Ignore that. No, it was innovative. It tried something new. Didn't catch on, but I will give it a pat on the back and say you did your best. The same way you tried to comfort an obese person who tried to reach a new level of diabetes.